how much RAM do you actually need in your gaming PC? So we're gonna be doing 3 different tests to know if 16 gigabytes of RAM is enough or if you need more. So the first test for the 16 gigabytes of RAM is gonna be seeing how many tabs of Mr. Bean 4K video can I have open. And we can see that with nothing on, we are using around 5 gigabytes of RAM. But now we can see that with 25 of Mr. Bean's 4K videos, we're using around 15 gigabytes of RAM, which is kind of the limit right now because it's already lagging. But now let's get to the benchmarks for the 16 gigabytes of RAM. We're gonna test the RAM on 2 games on high settings. First Fortnite, then Cyberpunk. And as you can see on Fortnite, it's using almost all the RAM, 14 gigabytes out of 16, which kind of surprises me. Meanwhile, on Cyberpunk, we're only using 11 gigabytes of RAM, which surprises me even more, because Cyberpunk is supposed to be a way more consuming game, but I guess not on RAM. Now, last test we're gonna run on the RAM is a performance test to see if more RAM actually makes your PC faster. So these are the results after the test finished on my PC. How many tabs of the Mr. Bean video can 32 gigabytes handle? So as you can see, with nothing on, it's 4 gigabytes that's being used. So I opened 35 of them and I was using 16 gigabytes of RAM. I closed it because my GPU was getting 100% was being used. Even the CPU was being used at 100%. On the 32 gigabyte benchmark, we can see that Fortnite is still around those 16 gigabytes. So maybe if you want to game Fortnite, 16 gigabytes is the minimum, but 32 gigabytes would be better. And overall, for the 32 gigabytes, we got 9,000 or something, bro. But obviously, the RAM you need is related to the type of games you play. If you only play FPS games like Valorant, CS, or even if you play GTA or Warzone, you don't need more than 16 gigabytes. 16 gigabytes is enough for most games in 2026. But if you are a hardcore gamer and play heavy games like Ark or The Last of Us, bruh, you would probably need 32 gigabytes. Anyways, I'll see you next time.